that love in us, and that would be the end of this session, end of this love, and then we will go deeper from the next session. So we asked that how long I need to practice. There are many answers. People normally ask that question. Some people leave in the middle. So how long has a hidden agenda in the mind that is impulsive? I'm answering that question. Their mind does not settle in the journey to the self discovery. It is settled somewhere else. And why it is settled somewhere else? Habitually, impulsively. No, no, I have a lot of stress. I will join later once the stress is gone. It is because of the stress management. It is because we want to end the suffering. You see? And what is all this? This is impurity of the mind. Think. Eastern wisdom never says that believe it. It says think, reflect, contemplate. And I told you last time, I asked Master how many times I need to listen to the you and reflect. 1,000,000 times. He simply said, 1,000,000 times. And then he told me that your question indicates that you and the real self are still different. What is that you? It is the false self. That is why you are asking. He said 1,000,000 times. Simple answer. So unless we experience, we realize that you and the real self are one, problem is not more. Then you want to listen more. No, no, I want another expression. Let me see. I'm answering the simple question, how long I need to practice. How long I have need to practice. Now see the pragmatic approach. Simple. I normally give that approach that your house from the workplace is 50 miles. You have traveled 40 miles and you ask, where is my home? It is the level of ignorance I have. Don't you see that? People are not able to see that with the clarity. And then they start blaming and complaining. My house is 50 miles. I traveled 40 miles and I'm asking how far, how long I have to do. So I should understand from inside, from my intellect, from my self awareness. The question how long I have to travel huh, shows my frustration. So I have to get rid of that frustration instead of asking how long I have to travel. Now we are going deeper. From the next session, we will uh, go deeper. And all the three answers makes only one question: are you living wisely? Yes or no? That is important. Am I living wisely? And I have a stress simply means that I do not know how to think, speak, and act in a situation. Now, I'm giving another expression of how, am I living wisely? You find a situation, people, relations. We have had many situations in these sessions. Do you think that I'm not a seeker? No, I never said so. So when I'm not able to respond to a situation that demands silence, no, no, I should not say anything. Finished. Are you getting it? I do not know how to deal with the sorrow, situations, people, relationship because of my ignorance. I'm not living wise. What does it mean? Sometime in relationship with the honey, what it demands? Silence. Sometime it demands expression, isn't it? In any relationship, in any situation. That is the meaning of living wisely. I have an ability to keep silent. I have an ability to speak. I have an ability to forcibly say something. When one is ready to listen, let me say it. So, living unwisely means I do not know how to live with a person, situation, event, relations at workplace. Let me adapt myself instantly. Huh? I think it makes simple. The moment I start living with the wisdom, I'm living wisely, there is no problem. Problem means that I'm living unwisely. I'm not able to adapt to that situation, that relations, huh? that relations. So when I'm living unwisely, I have to pay the price. I have to pay the price of ignorance that causes the sorrow and the suffering. See, okay, just we have to think about this. There was a doctor who was in operation theater and he sat to the patient. Now he looking at the patient and he said everything will be all right. Looking at the patient. The patient looked at the doctor, rather started staring at the doctor. Michael, everything will be all right. Michael, everything will be all right. The doctor was saying, looking at the patient. The patient said, my name is not Michael. Doctor said, I know it. I am saying to myself, my name is Michael. It is my first surgery. It is my first. We constantly communicate to ourselves. You know, last time Stephen said me this thing. And he said me this thing. Get rid of this. Don't talk to yourself unwisely. It will never happen. But why it happens? Why it happens? Because of attachment. And that is what we have been understanding. What is the difference between the attachment and love? Attachment and love. So think that what will happen when I know I'm not in attachment. When you are not in attachment, you are living wisely, one, and you know how to tackle sorrow and the suffering in a particular situation with a particular person. Anytime, anywhere. You are not in pain and pleasure. It comes because of the attachment. I'm not dependent on anything that is changing outside, and that is the world, that is the nature of the world. All changing are left, what remains? It is love, it is existence, it is pure emotion. Then only that pure emotion we can realize, we can know it. We are just comparing the attachment and the love so that we understand, we can become aware, we start living wisely, means the knowledge and the pure emotion should go together. Let me make a statement that if the knowledge is not there in my intellect, the love cannot happen. Absence of love means attachment. And no, absence of knowledge means attachment. I'm not clear about it. That's what I covered. My master used to say that the fool follows the attachment, wise follows love. Someone is angry who is very close to you. You love. Better to keep silent. Let the anger calm down. Fool follows the attachment, wise follows love. Pay attention. Attachment is praised by the material person. Love is praised by the wise people. I still remember I have repeated hundred of times. J. Krishnamurti, one of the great masters we ever had, he was in US for many, many years, in his 80s and 90s. So he said, be responsible to yourself. Then he said, do you know what is the meaning of responsibility? To respond. And what do you mean by to respond? To respond and move with an affection to whatever the situation, people outside. You will discover love. Beautiful statement. Think of it. Let me respond. Reaction is attachment. So that is why the master says that attachment is praised by the worldly people. Worldly peoples that I'm attached to the world, whether it is a wealth or a honey or relations or a situation. Attachment, dependence, emotional dependence. Then attachment is based on selfishness. Selfishness means that I hold on to a person or an event for my pleasure. Expectation of pleasure is in the mind, and then I'm holding on. Now, it is selfishness. It is dependence. Selfish or selfishness, you can say it is just in dependence. I depend on something, whether it's a person, a recognition, anything. Love is based on well being of others. Even we are ready to commit sacrifice according to our understanding, limitation, situation. So when we say selfishness, I'm simply attached to people, place, possession, situation, but none of them is attached to me. The beauty of this is the way to understand. I'm attached to the money, very good. But is money attached to me? Is there a two-way communication? No. Any situation? No. No, no. I was in a worse situation. No, situation is not causing the problem to you. I am not able to respond because of attachment. Huh? Take the meaning of respond from J. Krishnamurti, to respond, to move with an affection. Let me have this situation, okay. Let me face it. So what we are working on that how to manifest and express that pure emotion in our life. You have a knowledge, you have a pure emotion, you are living wisely. What the intellect will say. I'm not worthy of suffering. Not at all. I'm not worthy of suffering. No, I have a situation. I have a pain in the body, but I'm not worthy of suffering. Pure emotion. Attachment. I'm attached to the body and I'm suffering. See, pure emotion, and the attachment, love or emotion. Love seeks benefit. Love seeks benefit, or I would say, love gives benefit to all whom we love, we adore, we appreciate. In attachment, we are looking for our own benefit. I love you because you like me, and I hate you because now you dislike me. It is attachment. Oh, I was given such a situation in my relationship to express my love. So instead of expressing the love, I'm ready to divorce or fight or create a conflict. See that? See, see. Understand that. So it comes first, I start living wisely. I give a space in my mind to allow that emotion to manifest. Love is like sun rays in the morning. The curtain is there, the sun rays cannot enter. That curtain is attachment. That curtain is attachment. And I'm trying to put that wisdom of our masters in your intellect. So the moment you start thinking in that way, existence only knows love. Our mind only knows attachment. So the intellect must come in between the existence and the mind to change. Did you ever think that we will be together for so long? Here also, people in India told me you are going to US, they are very practical people, they are very dry people. I said no. Every human being is same everywhere. Everywhere. So the way Ashok has been with me for so many years, more than 25 years. So people are here with me. Look at David, Jerry, Stephen, others. Ann Hoffman has been with me almost for 15 years. You see, I predict a situation outside in my mind without applying the wisdom. I'm running after attachment. So, love, attachment demands, desires, not knowing nothing can cause happiness. But when demand is not met, then sorrow will enter my life. You find out anything. Today you are stressed, you will find out where is the attachment. Let me find out the attachment. Let me explore it. You're exploring the attachment through the intellect, you will get rid of the attachment. You need not to work. You need not to think. We don't do it. I told you existence, intellect in between, and then the mind. Mind, hold on. Let me contemplate and reflect. Attachment is in the form of taking. Love is the form of giving and sacrifice. It is emotional, mental, existence comes to us, existence comes to us in the shape of people, place, time, situation, They are already giving me too much. See that? They are already giving me too much. I need to understand how to deal with my mind that colors the existence as pleasure, pain, stress, suffering. I don't want to uproot my own life. My dad was a dictator. That helped me to enter into this journey of Eastern wisdom. So I'm thankful to him. But in those days, it was not clear. So dealing with the existence through the intellect, through the knowledge, gives a space for the love to manifest. Now understand that brings us to another expression that love is unconditional because there is no expectation. You thank the existence that today we woke up in the morning. Oh, I'm still living. Is it not the grace of the existence? I'm still living. No, we don't think. In love, it is unconditional. Attachment is conditional. I am searching for a comfort. I live with a person or a situation. In love, it is unconditional. I am already comfortable with you because the existence has given me an opportunity. Think, I would say simply start thinking in this way and see within a week, the mind changes. It gives you space for the love. Why I use the word comfort? When we do not feel comfort in a relationship, in any situation or a person, we want to withdraw from it. That is attachment. We always try to see our own well being. We find comfort all the time. So that is love. We are searching the comfort all the time. That is love, not with reference to any outer situation, people, relations. Within myself, I'm living wisely. My master used to say that attachment is extreme weakness. It is extreme weakness. It is emotional dependence. Weak mind is lonely mind. Nobody loves me. That's why I'm sitting in a dark room and suffering. It is full of seeking, expecting, desiring, aloofness. People with love are alone. Fullness is there. Now see the relationship between the wisdom or knowledge and the love. Why our masters give too much of stress? We don't overlook, oh, you don't understand, where there is intellect, it is dryness. So there is no love. No, no, it is not there. So our master says that wisdom and the knowledge sleeps in attachment. In love, it is awakened. I'm aware you have come to me. Let me offer the best I can. But when the mind sleeps in attachment, it never happens. I don't think about it. Why you have come, how long you'll stay, how long I have to live in that situation. I've been suffering for about a week. You are responsible for your suffering because of the attachment. None else. Let me put it this way, that the human mind, or the human being, where we have a higher level of self-awareness, one, that is clear. That's why we have a goal, that's why we learn, that's why we gain knowledge. We have a higher level of awareness, and we have an intellect who is free to choose and observe. So many masters says that when the same mind lacks that self-awareness, don't use the intellect, it enters into attachment. Attachment is bondage, love is freedom. Attachment is bondage, love is freedom. Problem in the word is, that is why we are learning. Problem in the word is that, we see majority rules. In democracy, there is a 51 vote and 49 votes. You cannot make any choice. 51, majority, whether they are good or bad. Same thing, our mind is hypnotized and mesmerized by the society, at workplace, in our personal life, in our family. Everyone takes attachment for granted. So our mind is not able to understand. That is why we are learning together. We should see another perspective of life. Oh, let the society work the way they are working. Can I live in the same society with love, getting rid of attachment? Yes, it is 100% possible. And when you make that possible in your life, the life changes. So what happens with majority of the people? Their mind is so very rigid. They want a conformity with the society. We are conform with the society. We are not. We don't want to change the society. We want to change ourselves. See how the argument and how the logic works with our teachings of these masters. No, change yourself. Forget the society. So you have changed yourself. So now you are living with that knowledge about the society. Buddha faced the same society. Jesus faced the same society. He was crucified. So we have to live in the same society, same people. But can I live wisely? Can I live with love? Is it possible? 100% possible. So these are the ways how we can enter into that love. So let us start over. Think of this, contemplate, close your eyes, and use those tips in day to day living wisely with pure emotion. Eyes are closed, adjust and position your body so that you feel comfort. You see that we all want comfort. If I start teaching you, enter into the extreme discomfort, bear the pain, you will leave me. How simple it is. And we create such a situation in our day to day life. So eyes are closed, position of the body, and you see, we are working with a higher self awareness. We are working through the intellect. The moment the intellect comes and you follow these teachings of our masters, the attachment has to go. So, looking at the neck joint being there, feel sensation, comfort, and steadiness, shoulder joints, conscious awareness is there, and then you feel sensation, comfort, and steadiness. And then the entire body, sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Carefree. You already know being carefree. You awaken to a knower, seer. That is also known as the witness consciousness. Thoughts are coming and going, feeling is there or no. You see that? That is the first step, that you see the situation, people, relations are outside, separate from you. Knowledge comes here, and then you deal with the situation. You are already in love. Love does not mean that you have to stretch the cheeks all the time. So then, and then we are aware, we replace the thoughts with Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Never forget, just pick up. I've been repeating the same mantra again and again in order to. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Let there be a well being for all. I told you in Mesa that women, while walking the dog, she repeated it at least for 3 months. This is a part of the wisdom. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Let there be peace for all. Just become aware, say in your mind, let there be peace for all, awareness of the relations and the family, the world outside, the situation. You'll be able to find out how the mind still attached to a lot of things in the people because you are moving in opposite direction. The mind will resist, and there you are working on your mind. That is one way to explain it. Other way to explain, I told you the peace is our essential nature. Not only our essential nature, but it is the essential nature of every manifestation. Oh, it is already there within them. Yes. Then who the hell I am to create opposite of peace, including myself? You see, I'm giving a different explanations. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Let there be wholeness in all. You have a lot of stress and suffering. Discover the wholeness in you and then let me know how much stress and sorrow and you have in your life. In any given situation, when that sense of wholeness is experienced, that is what the love is. That makes the love unconditional. सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु. Let there be an auspiciousness for all, auspiciousness. One meaning is that first there is a knowledge, means wisdom, and the wisdom follows the love. In peace, in wholeness, is what the auspiciousness is. And that is the summary of today's lesson, that I'm ready to deal with any situation, person, relations in my day to day living, not to allow a sense of attachment. And we will continue because that will help us look deep inside the heart in the space and start dropping gently. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Now at the second, start breathing quick and gentle through both the nostrils into the chest, keeping the body totally steady. And you know Om Shanti, when you say Om Shanti into the space, Om is the real self, symbolically. Om is symbolic, Om is a symbol, but what is the reality, real self? So what it manifests, Shanti, peace. Om Shanti. So Om Shanti goes smoothly with emotion, but the breathing is quick and fast. And the third level, the body is steady. So you see, you are able to separate all these layers of our existence. No, no, but why separation? We become free from attachment. Attachment only comes when we feel uh, all of them are one. Then only I'm the body. Then I demand and desire and expect. You see, we are removing the impurity of the mind. Keep on. Quick, short breath. Om Shanti continues and continue. Remember, you are aware of all the layers of 5 layers that we are aware. First is the body outermost, second is the breath, third is Om Shanti, the mind is saying, the fourth is the knowledge, and the fifth is what we say the causal body. I have yet to realize that real self. So I'm aware. So I'm doing it, and the mind says, I cannot do it. Attachment. Oh, is that so? Yes. You see, our mind says, no, I don't want to do it. That is attachment. It attaches itself to the body and says, no. That is what happens in our daily living. We find a situation, condition, people, relations, and we say no. And stop it. Let us take a deep, silent, and slow breathing. Mind moves from the crown of the head and the spine, reaching to the tailbone, singing mentally Om Shanti, as if you are dropping the Om Shanti into the space inside. And as you exhale, the mind rises with the singing of Om Shanti into the space in the spine, reaching to the crown of the head. Check up the state of your mind. We did the quick and fast breathing, and if the mind said, no, I cannot do for long. And when the mind is asked to do the deep silent slow breathing after a few minutes, it says, no, I cannot do this. So, this mind, which is impulsive, habitual, attached, emotionally dependent, it gets tired doing anything, good or bad. Once you understand that very nature of the mind, you will understand the nature of attachment. You're in the state, you're settled comfortably, or you're settled in a comfort. In that comfort, you're not doing anything with the body, keeps the steadiness. Breath is deep, silent, and slow. With each breath going in and out, you're singing Shanti with understanding. With understanding means we are living wisely. I believe I made you all understand. Shanti. 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 And stop this breathing, do nothing, experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness in the physical body. And then see how the mind moves gently. Look at the breath. Let the breath is totally free. No control. You're looking at the breath going in and out, feeling the sensation, and no change in the rate, in the rhythm of the breath. You see, you're checking your mind after all. Mind is free. It follows you. That is intellect. Then bring the mind at the center of the rib cage. Look deep inside the skin of the rib cage in the space. Or bring any image that you love or like, or triangle. Move your mind on each side of a triangle slowly so you have enough space to drop Om Shanti on each side of a triangle. Are doing it clockwise, you're doing it anti clockwise, and you see the mind, movement of the mind in Om Shanti sinks. When it sinks, then you can look at the center of the triangle, moving their mind with the singing. Om. When you are aware, the mind seemingly stops, you drop Shanti. Can I say it is a state of conscious self absorption? You are fully aware, but that I sense, the ego sense is absent. You give an opportunity for the mind to manifest that love. Yes, any thought comes, ego sense comes, move the mind on a triangle. And then Om Shanti. Mm, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside, know your experiences. Bring the hands down, how are you, Sam?
Good. It was a very vast space. I thought we were gonna stay there forever.
Oh, very good. Stay, stay forever. It only demands the intellect. Very good. How are you, Stephen?
Good, thank you. Um, the end of the lesson, just a bunch of thoughts just started coming through my mind, and I found myself repeating love, attachment, living wisely,
Yeah.
and as I closed my eyes, it, just random thoughts coming to me, and it's not usual. So I had to pinpoint what was going on at the time. And as soon as you went into the Sarve Sham, the first two verses gave me clarity that every one of the thoughts that was coming through my mind were actual incidents that took place in the last week that I didn't live wisely. And so I found that to be extremely interesting. And when you hit the third verse, of going to the Punam Habitu, it was as if everything left my body, and it completely melted into the ground that I was in, and I felt like I was able to get through what was happening, and my meditation was just great. It was, I fell into the space that your voice was way out here and I was deep down in here. So thanks.
Beautiful, beautiful. This mantra should reverberate whenever you find a different situation outside, people outside, relation outside. First, deeper inside, that mantra and its essence is there, and then you deal with the world. That is what Stephen is summarizing. I asked someone that, do you remember last week 7? Sir, you told me forget the past. You need not to forget this one. You have to forget your attachment. That should be done. How are you, David and Jay?
Thank you. Very good. I really enjoyed the lesson. The journey towards being wise became very clear in your message.
Yeah.
I found it interesting in during the quick breathing, for whatever reason, my focus was between my eyes and my forehead. And I sort of struggled with that because that's not where you placed us. But then I said, just let it go. And I just stayed there and had an extremely deep meditation until we changed to the stomach. And then I had equally deep, solid, blank meditation and kind of heard your voice, but not attached to anything that was being said.
Yes. So, as if my voice is too far from you. That indicates the mind has gone deeper inside and absorbed. That's really wonderful. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. Thank you. I also felt very deep as your voice was far away from me. When I came out of the meditation, my palms were sweaty. And I had felt this vibration through, like almost like every cell of the body was vibrating. And your lesson for me, the metaphor of the hot plate came back, because when we're consciously aware and we're living wisely, we have zero interest in touching the hot plate. But we may see someone touch the hot plate. We may even warn them that the plate's hot. We may even discuss, why are they touching the hot plate again, right?
Yeah.
But we still don't think in our minds, well, maybe the plate's not hot, I'll try. We know the plate's still hot.
Beautiful. You see that you combine that example of the hot plate with the today lesson. That is how we need to reflect on in our day-to-day life, isn't it, Stephen? That is how we need to reflect. And when you Jerry is right. I am aware it's a hot plate. Let me touch it. Sam, let me touch it. Where is your smile gone? So, how are you, friend?
Good morning. I'm good, thank you. I liked the lesson a lot too. I thought it was really clear, and my meditation was relaxing and peaceful today.
Beautiful. Yes, yes. It should not only be clear now, but it should be clear in my daily living, in relation, at work, at home, anytime, everywhere, everywhere. In all, even if you are taking a shower, and nowadays in Arizona, luckily, we have a cold water. Otherwise, throughout the year, the mind there also creates a problem. Today it happened, it's very cold. And I said, no, I have to take a bath. The cold. Normally, otherwise, it's totally warm. So it can create any issue. The mind is here to create an issue. Mind is a helper. Mind is a barrier. We have to make it helper. How? Living wisely. So, how are you, Rakesh?
Sir. The journey was very smooth today and with full of awareness.
Yeah.
And by the end, uh, I felt like there is nothing.
Good.
Everything is gone. So just like air. So very good.
Yeah, it's a good expression. When you see, you wake up in the morning and you don't say everything is gone, but fact is that there is a sense of emptiness. Early in the morning, when we wake up from a refreshed sleep, can that state continue? Pick up the thread, maintain that state. You're living wisely. You're not ready to touch the hot plate. How are you, Samir?
Sir, it was like everything penetrating inside me. And whenever I listen to these mantras, no, my mind expands a lot. Means I think that everyone should be happy. I'm not thinking of myself. I think everyone should be happy. Everyone should be means healthy. It expands means I after listening to the mantras, it's very easy going into meditation. Means
Beautiful. Always include yourself also into the mantra. If you don't include Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, let everyone be happy, or let there be a state of well being for all, including me. If I exclude myself, then the ego says, okay, let everyone be happy except me. Because I'm a giver of well being to all. I don't need that. So I should be able to maintain that awareness, including me. If I'm in the state of well being, then I can definitely pray. If I'm already in stress, how can I pray others? How are you, Vaibhav?
Sir, I'm good. It was deep. As throughout this journey, it was like I'm saying that whatever experience I'm having, just be responsible to that. Be respond to them, and it was smooth. It was clear. Good.
Good, good. Yeah, clarity also means living wisely. But living wisely with these principles, I remember, I don't forget. That is the key. How are you, Ashok?
Namaste,
Lot
sir.
of, you have lot of fish behind you. Yes.
Sir, it was very peaceful, quiet, and body was stable completely.
Good.
Throughout the day, I mean, since day before yesterday, even mind was like mind is a reflected consciousness. So
Yeah.
whenever thoughts comes, I mean, which are not wanted or have the negative thoughts or attachment, then
Yeah.
we reflect on the mind. I mean, this is a reflected consciousness. It is not the real one. So
Good.
it helps a lot.
Good. Yes, you combine the Saturday session with here. So that's good. Nothing wrong about it. Reflected consciousness is the mind, and that mind, the moment any negative thought comes, I become aware. That too is living wisely. No doubt. That is all for today. Thank you very much.
Namaste, sir.
Uh,
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
namaste.